Brady's just waiting.
It's gonna take a second. Should we wait till somebody comes in the chat before we start? Because it's not gonna.
No, Brady's already in chat.
But if we start talking right now, fuck it. Okay. What's going on, dudes? Welcome to the first episode of Back to Square One podcast. I'm here with my dude Maze, my main man Maze. Excuse his squeaky voice, it's fine. And we're here with Colazo, the owner, CEO, and multi-billionaire owner of Square One Esports. How's it going, dude?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh God, living. College life is a good time. How are you doing, Maze?
Pretty tired.
Pretty tired.
Pretty tired, but very excited for this.
Yeah. Okay. What's on the mug? What are we looking at here? What's in the mug and what does the mug say? I'm curious.
It says, "Good morning, Six Flags." That's what it says.
Oh, okay. All right.
This isn't a
that's
special
content.
mug.
All right, that was it for the podcast. I hope you had fun. I hope you had fun with the podcast. We see you next week.
Yeah, it says "Good morning, Six Flags." This isn't a fancy one. I have some though.
We're back.
Welcome back, Maze. All right, let's get rolling with some questions here, Maze. I know you got a bunch of questions. Get us rolling on this. Let's talk about something.
All right, let's talk about something about you.
About me?
Eric Colazo. Eric Colazo.
Yeah,
Where did
you're
that
right.
name come from? Where did it come from? Colazo. Where did that name come from?
Colazo is my last name. That's where it comes from.
Colazo. So
I just like to have a cool last name. Everyone says I have a cool last name, so I just went with it. And then a lot of the guys who I play Xbox with, we all use our last names for like Square One stuff. You know, a lot of us have our last names as our gamer tags and stuff. But I've had Colazo forever, way before Square One.
Okay, all right.
I guess Brady does too. Now that I think about it, Brady's is.
Yeah, Brady is the same way. We have had some other guys in the past who was with us, you know, just friends, you know, that been in and out with us that also had like their last names. But anyway,
cool. I mean, I like it. Mine's definitely not my last name, but
mine's definitely not my first, last, or middle name. It doesn't matter, but still, it's fine. We all have our own ways, but still. No, think about it. From the old Xbox days, where did it exactly started for you, gaming-wise? Where did it started?
man, COD 4. Back in original COD 4, back in 2007, 8. Back when.
All right.
I was back in there. That's where I met a lot of majority of the people I would play Xbox with day to day, like Brady. That was the good old COD days. Let me tell you what.
Were you guys just
exactly, what did you do? Not just COD. Like, what did y'all do? Not just like play COD all day like that.
That's what we did, man. When like gaming wise, like that's what we did. You know, before that I had a PS2 and stuff. I had GameCube, all that kind of stuff. That was before like multiplayer was a thing on like anything. So I think everyone my age, I'm 25, so most people my age grew up on the GameCube, PlayStation 2, playing Ratchet and Clank or playing Medal of Honor. Call of Duty, I think 2 was my first one, Big Red. That was before. And then like Call of Duty 4 dropped. Everyone was like, damn. And then I started playing from there. And what's funny is back then, I know we were talking about Colosso, how that's like my go-to tag. Back then, my actual original gamer tag was Sniper1539. That was my RuneScape account.
That was your RuneScape account?
Yeah, that's my RuneScape account. So, and then that quickly got changed. I'd had multiple gamer tags over the years.
My first gamer tag was Bob Afro, and I loved it, dude. That's like, dude, I had that for years. It started with a me that I made, and I called him Bob Afro, and then I named all my accounts that. It was a me on the Nintendo Wii.
Was it inspired by Bob Ross?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I didn't know who Bob Ross was back then, but like that's the first question everyone asked. No, like I really didn't know. I just made a dude, and like Bob, I was like, what's the most generic name I can think of? And it was Bob, and I just made a dude with like, it was like squinty eyes and huge glasses and a huge afro.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was the dumbest thing ever.
How about you, Maze?
Originally, I think my first gamer tag was just my initials to my full name.
Yeah.
and what's my date of birth as the numbers. That's it. My whole initials and my date of birth. That was the worst idea I've ever heard or
Yeah, you might
done.
as well give out your social security while you're at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, by the way, just out of curiosity, could you show your credit card on stream and then just tell me the 3 digits on the back?
Oh, yeah. Hold on, give me a second. Guys, get ready. We're doing a giveaway. Where did my camera? Where did my lighting go? Hold on.
We're giving away Maze's credit card.
No, we're giving away a GameStop card. Right
Okay.
here. Basic.
Dude, that's
Probably
a.
has-
Do they even use those anymore? Is that like
They
50
do.
years
I
old?
have- you want to see my GameStop card? Look at this. Hold up. We want to talk GameStop cards? My power-up card? Dude, look at this old power-up card. This thing's ancient.
Oh, fuck.
Bro,
What the
this is
fuck?
this is an
That's what
ancient-
I had.
I don't have that. I got a Chick-fil-A card.
Bro, I use my Chick-fil-A card. Oh, I don't have a Chick-fil-A card. I
No,
have
no, I
Chick-fil-A
mean a
app.
gift card. I had a gift card. I think it expired like 4 months ago. That's out.
Oh well.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I don't
back to it, I
know.
guess.
Does anyone else have the podcast live right now pulled up on their phone or anything? Because
Yeah, I have
I'm
it
not getting any.
live.
I have it pulled up on my phone, but I'm not getting any of the chat or
I have it. You're
the.
good.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure because I'm not getting any of the chat, so I'm gonna refresh it and then make sure from now on out we can read chat. Okay.
Willie said they give you 17 cents if you bring in 400 games to GameStop.
Facts.
Which
That's
is
facts.
true.
GameStop
True.
is a robbery, dude. And that's all we got to say about that.
Yep.
So okay, so you started playing COD 4, and then so it was you, Brady. What other people were with you in this whole thing? Like when you guys started doing your thing?
Really. So when I first started playing Xbox, it was a friend I played with. His name was Orion. He was one of the original guys who we played with, and then another guy. His name was like Beastly Bunny, something like that. I think his actual name was Chris. That was like our main 4 guys for a long time. We played together,
Okay.
and then in COD 4, we started playing game battles. And I mean, this is old school game battles. You guys don't even know. You guys weren't even on the site then. I mean, it was a lot different. So, and then we started playing competitive COD. So I mean, we've been playing competitive COD longer than competitive COD's been a thing. So basically, me and Brady met in a pub match. I'll never forget. We tell this story to people all the time. And just for the guys watching, if you guys don't know who Brady is, he's one of the other co-owners of the org. We were playing Chinatown pubs, baby. This is the first DLC COD ever released. Everyone bought it. I was on Chinatown. I forgot the building, but I was upstairs. And this is back when party chat wasn't a thing. So like the people you're talking to are the people in the game. So I'm like, bro, you covered downstairs. I got upstairs. And he actually had a mic, responded, and just kicked off from there because we were beating everyone. And then bada bing, bada boom, we're a duo for the rest of forever. So
Nice.
And that's kind of how that went. And then we just,
A
my
match
friend
made in
Orion,
heaven.
who I played with, one of my friends in person. He was playing GBs for Gears of War, and he was like, "Yo, you need to check out this site. They have it for COD." And then that's how it started. And we just started playing GBs, stopped playing pubs.
Nice.
Nice, honestly.
Yep.
So did
Fun
you guys?
fact. No, fun fact. Colossal likes to play game battles with Radar on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me more about that and why.
Well, so like I said, we played a lot of competitive COD. I mean, back then, I mean, we used to come home from school, go right to Xbox, play Call of Duty from when we get home and go to bed, play like 4 or 5 GBs a day. And we actually used to play, what everyone else played. Back in the day, there weren't no variants. That shit didn't exist. You played 4 rounds, three on like offense or defense, and then you flip a side. And that was just old school S&D, and that's what everyone played. And one day we accidentally accepted a match with Raider on for COD 4. We liked it. It was fun. It was a lot more action packed, and then we just kind of started playing it from there. We switched on and off of Raider on, Raider off for years, but our radar teams were, amazing. And then come World at War, we went straight into Radar. Back then, there was probably about a good 30 to 40 Radar teams. Everyone knew everyone in the community. I mean, it was a big community of Radar players. Fizzerp, he used to play Radar. He was in that community of people. So there was a lot of people that played Radar, and I mean, in World at War, we were one of the dominant teams. My name used to be KOR Colazo, which was our team back in the day, which was Kings of Radar. There was All Out Radar. There was the French guys. I forgot their team name. I mean, there was a bunch of teams that everyone knew. And then we played Radar in that game and dominated everyone. And then we played Radar off and Radar on the next few games. Really didn't have another successful title playing Radar until Ghost. And Ghost, I mean, my singles on Ghost right now is like 250 something in like 6. So, I mean, in Ghost, me and Brady also beat pro players. Like, we both beat Curse Ricky when he was playing for Curse when they were a team. You know, we were dominant in that game as well. But that's how I started playing Radar. We actually just accidentally accepted a match. Just liked it.
Really?
And that doesn't mean we haven't had successful Radar off teams either. I mean, we played Radar off for like Black Ops 3. We played Radar off for Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3. I mean, it's been a switch. But besides World at War and Ghost, those were our steady Radar games.
Okay, all right. Frozy, you had a question. I interrupt you. What was it?
Trying to think. So whenever, what was I gonna say? Okay, so whenever you guys started playing in COD 4, at what point did S1 become a thing?
S1
was it COD 4 or was it late?
No, I mean, we started Square One a few years ago. Like, I think 2 years ago at this point, 3 years ago. So back then, that's when it started. I mean, we've always had teams. We never had like an org to where we pick up like we're picking up streamers, we're picking up content creators, we're picking up all this and that. That wasn't really a thing back then. Back then, it was more or less like a clan. Like everyone who knows me knows this makes me real mad when people refer to our org as a clan. A clan is something you really don't put money in compared to an org is where we spend money for the X amount or we're making this kind of content, blah, blah, blah. A clan is more or less a group of friends that get together and just play online. And that's what we were. Like when we played Radar, we had teams. We used to recruit people for our team and stuff, people in and out. One of the third co-owner, which is Jordan, which is Drix, we started playing with him in Black Ops. He was one of Brady's personal friends from outside of Xbox. And then, you know, back 3-4 years ago when I think what was out, maybe Infinity Warfare.
3 years ago. 3 years ago would have been Black Ops 3.
That's when we decided to just make the org. We've been like, you know, we were like, you know what? We actually started the org to get to competitive COD because we've been playing it so long, and you know we're all getting older. We kind of stopped playing a lot, and we kind of just want to watch it and enjoy it. And we were like, you know what? Let's get some cool apparel. Let's make this cool team. And you know, we sat around for a while thinking of a good team name because before Square One, we went by another team name called Annexed for a really long time. Annexed. We had a sick bull logo. I mean, we went by that name for at least I want to say like 3 or 4 COD titles. And we were like, we want to start fresh, and we actually want to make an org and pick up streamers and stuff. We want to do this. So we came up with Square One, and we just kind of started putting things together. The first thing we did was we went to go get our design done, and that took a long time too because we wanted something original. We didn't just want a mascot logo, and I think that's why everyone kind of comes to our org because the amount of originality that's in it compared to some other orgs that just throw up a fucking warlock and name themselves the Warlocks or something, you know. But yeah, anyway, that's how it started. Basically, we just wanted to get together and make something.
And now we're kind of more along the lines of like, we're kind of stepping into the realm of content more than anything. But when you started this, what was the goal? What was your like? What were you looking to get out of it? Were you guys trying to make like? Was it mainly focused on COD? Were you trying to get a bunch of different teams? Would you want to go into content? Where was your direction that you wanted to go when you started it, when you guys talked about it?
The direction we went to do when we originally started was we wanted to push a lot of like sniper content out because we still all played COD. So, you know, we kind of all watched sniper vids here and there. Granted, at that time, 3 or 4 years ago, it wasn't as dead as it is now. It was still a little bit alive. So that's why when we started, we picked up a lot of snipers, and we really want to go into more of a comp setting and stuff. We want to pick up a lot of COD comp teams, which we tried over the years and failed multiple times. Unfortunately, COD teams are just the most unloyal people. It is what it is.
Facts.
And a lot of people don't understand that when you go to pick up a comp team, you can't just be like, oh yeah, we'll pick up these 4 players and some of this event. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. There's like there's like a lot of legal stuff that comes with that, which we don't really want to do at the moment. It's just a lot, it's a lot to take it and do. So we kind of stopped doing a lot more of the comp stuff. Maybe we'll do some online comp stuff. But when we first started, we really want to send a team to a LAN. We really want to really pick up a bunch of comp teams to do a bunch of really cool stuff and do a lot of sniper stuff. And it's kind of evolved over that. Like you brought up that we're kind of doing more content now. That's because content's just kind of where it's at. Everyone likes to make content. Everyone wants to be a streamer nowadays. And that doesn't mean we don't still want to do comp stuff. Comp stuff is just, there's a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. And it's just a lot more complicated than just supporting streamers and helping people build their own brands, basically.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. Like for COD specifically, because I used to be a player, and like, yeah, the people that you find in the COD community are just, it's rough to work with. Sometimes I could see from your perspective where it would be almost like it would be a nightmare as like trying to make these teams of people that are like you lose 1 GB match out of the night and you're done because you're not pro. Like, and like. If you go to an event and you don't win, and it's like, all right away you're going to leave and try to fight. Like, there's no building of like, there's
no one wants to build chemistry.
Yeah, no. COD scene is hard, and there's probably every other game out there that has similar stuff going on.
Like in my perspective, before I even went further into this org, I thought this like COD teams. It's like you can get some good players and just put them together in a team. No, you had to build a chemistry in order to get that team going. You can't just get the best players in the world, put them in one team, expect them to be doing good, have fun as themselves without having fights, rage against each other, and all that. It doesn't work like that. People think it's gonna be like that. It's not. It's honestly not.
Well, I mean, you can put a number of the best players in the world on one team, and they'll never turn out like they may not turn out to be the best team in the world, regardless of how they look on paper. Like a lot of people don't think about how important the aspect of like building chemistry, team bonding, and all that stuff. But like, look at all these pro teams. Like before in COD, before Optic went on their little reign or whatever with their when it was Formal, Crim, Karma, Scump, or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Before they went on that, like or when they just started, they weren't that good. Because they're 4 best players in the game, but on paper, but they weren't building chemistry yet. And even look at them now. Look how dominant they were in the first event this year. And then they lose their best player for however long because he's not in the country. They lose that chemistry and then they're off and they place top 12 at an event that they should easily take first. Just because it's just so important to just like
last event.
It's just so important to build that, but Maze, I know you got some other questions, so go ahead and throw some stuff out there, brother.
Oh yeah. Actually, this is one question that I never wrote down. Would you ever want to grab another COD team and see if it works again, or do you ever think of making more sniper content in the future?
So we would look to get another COD team, maybe just for some online stuff to rep us in, like maybe some small online tournaments as of LANs and things like that. No. We would just want to solely focus on pushing out content of any kind of content. We just want to focus on building more of the YouTube and Twitch side of things and less of the comp side of things, which is why, like I said, we've been picking up so many streamers and stuff. And we want to see them grow as well. But that's kind of the directions we want to go in. Like I said, maybe online we'll pick up a team here and there just to play some online stuff. So maybe even get some content, and hopefully they do well. Like I said, it's hard. It's hard. We try to do another team that I was going to put in a league tomorrow, and 2 of the guys already bailed, so we can't do that no more. And that's just kind of how it is with COD, and it's been a repeating thing. This is probably like maybe the 5th or 6th time we try to get a team for COD, and it just never works out, man. Which kind of sucks. Just for online stuff too.
Yeah, that's rough.
Actually, I remember whenever I joined, we had a COD team, and you had him set up for a league already. Much, I believe, was the captain at the time, if I'm not wrong. And
Who?
You had him set up Much or Mensch? I don't remember. I start with an M.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. within the range of the name. I don't remember exactly, but I remember he had his team set up and everything. You had him in this league. He told him, "Hey, you gotta get this done. You gotta get in this league. This league matches on this date." They don't practice with each other. They're inactive, and then all of a sudden they start bailing on us
That's, I mean,
individually. And
it is what it is. It's a loss on the org. So it's hard to get back, and the COD scene is not where it used to be at a few years ago. I mean, right now everyone thinks just because they can play league play that they're a pro, and unfortunately it's just not how it is. So finding good players is just hard. Finding loyal players is hard, not good players.
And as for the sniper content, do you think that ever go?
Possibly in the next COD. We'll see how it goes. The problem with sniper content is it's just not hot anymore, man. People did what they could with it. It was hot years ago. Now, it's not where it's at.
And the titles, the COD
hard.
titles themselves aren't doing that any favors.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with the next COD. We'll see if for some reason sniper becomes a thing, but I'm gonna say 9 out of 10 chance it's not. It's not gonna be a thing. It's just. I mean, you even see some of the top sniper teams. They don't really do sniper stuff no more. I mean, look at them. Look at FaZe. It's all content. It's all Fortnite stuff like that. They don't really put out sniper videos or anything like that. It's just.
I agree. Yeah.
It's not. It's a dying thing. You know, we missed the mark on it. Right now, it's all BRs, and I'm sure in another few years that will die. We'll get a different kind of thing that just blows up, and that'll be the hot thing.
Definitely. That's part of the reason I feel like content is a safe haven for like what you would want to build something around, because like let's say you're the best sniper team and you have the best sniper content, but none of the people have any other no other content to provide. And then sniping dies, for example, like it has. And if you don't adapt to that well enough, then you die with sniping. And like content will always be whatever the thing is. Like content can evolve. Like if you have a set group of streamers that are doing their thing, Fortnite and other BRs are the thing right now, but down the road something else will be popular. Those streamers will adjust and rotate over to that, and it just flows. Like content, as long as there's a good like basis of being able to evolve what you're working on, I think that's the best way to build something.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, I agree with you.
So what? Obviously, you've worked on Square One, but like I've heard from other people that you personally have had like a good amount of growth and like in your streaming career and stuff. So
yeah.
What do you have from that? What tell me about your growth and how you came to be from streaming.
So I started streaming like 2 years ago, on and off. I haven't been consistent. I started streaming the first time tonight for the first time in months because I had a puppy. You have to potty train them or they want to go outside every other 3 minutes. It's just, you can't stream like that. So I started streaming tonight, and I mean, right off the bat, I had 12 viewers, so feel pretty happy about that. And I know I have a pretty good following base because when I started back 2 years ago on streaming, I actually started on YouTube. If you look on my YouTube channel is currently sitting at like 66,000 views. I have about 600 something subs. I used to have more. They died because I quit YouTube. I started YouTube for a game called Duelist. It's a collectible card game. Well, it's like a tactical card game. It's one of the best card games out there. I mean, it's amazing. Unfortunately, just because of devs and because of them not, supporting the game and getting it out there, the game has died a bit. But yeah, I started that game when it was hot. I was one of the, bigger people towards the end of it. And people just knew me in that game. I used to do like card reveals for the game themselves when they came out with new sets of cards. The devs of the game would DM me, be like, "Hey, I want you to show this card off on stream at this time," things like that. So I was sponsored with them and did a lot of cool stuff with them. I was one of their sponsored streamers in the game. You can go in the game and they have like a little watch tag of all their sponsored streamers, and I was one of them. So every time I was live, you can just go on there and watch me. But yeah, I played that game for about 2 years. I'm sitting at around like a 1K followers. I had quite a bit of subs, but due to me not streaming and quitting for a little bit, I kind of lost a lot of that. So I'm working my way back up. But I mean, my following base is real steady on that game. Everyone knows me in that game. And unfortunately, like I said, since the game kind of died, it's hard for me to move on to a different game because of everyone just wants to watch that game. But yeah, so I've been pretty successful in that game. You know, I play pretty weird genre of games. I play card games. Not a lot of people do. Just because I think Fortnite and other BRs are really, really oversaturated. It's hard to grow in those types of games. So lucky for me, I hopped on the right game at the right time and kind of got a following base out of it, which was cool. It's always fun going in a stream and having active viewers and people talking and stuff.
Right. Absolutely. Maze, you got some more questions, my dude?
I was about to ask, do you have any advice for any streamer that's probably watching this VOD or watching this podcast right now? Any advice for growth if they're struggling with anything when it comes to growth at all?
Oh man, I can go on with that for days. I'm not the most successful streamer. Yeah. I'm not the most successful streamer, you know. Basically, when it comes to streaming and growing, and there's only really two ways to go about it. You got to be the best in the game, or you got to be the funniest in the game. If you're in the middle, man, growing is gonna be hard. Definitely, like we get a lot of streamers who apply to join S1, and unfortunately, a lot of them play oversaturated games. A lot of them play Fortnite. A lot of them play Apex Legends right now. A lot of them play COD. Those are the three biggest titles on Twitch right now, besides like League of Legends. And unfortunately, if they got 4,000 pages for COD players and you're on the 4,000th page, you're not going to get any views. So my advice for any new streamer or streamer trying to grow, find a new game coming out, become the best at it, or become the funniest at it. Find a game that doesn't have a big following base. Like the game I played was Duelist, man. And I'm actually real happy. Sorry to go back to Duelist real quick. The devs put out a message on Reddit today that they're working on a brand new game called Godfall. That's why they've been inactive. That's the first thing we've heard from them in like 6 months. So I'm super excited. That's why I streamed it today. But anyway, a game like Godfall would be a good game for people to play because it's not going to have the biggest following base. And then when you play that game, you know, you just become good at it. You stream actively, and you will get a following base over time because people don't have to go through 4,000 pages to find you. You know, it's not that they're forced to watch you, but if they really want to watch content on the game, they're going to stick to who's ever on the first page, you know, who's ever on that second page. As long as you're streaming consistently enough, you'll be on that first or second page if it's not, you know, a high-end title like Battlefield, COD, or anything like that.
Twitch is just like Twitch is one of the coolest platforms right now to make content, but it's also one of the hardest to find content. Like it's not searchable. It's not there's no recommended to go find this based on similar content. There's no recommended tab. There's no discover tab like Instagram has. It's just if you're on the bottom, you're on the bottom. There's no way that they can find you unless somebody takes the time to scroll all the way to the bottom. And it's like if I personally feel like if you want the best growth, the fastest growth on Twitch, grow somewhere else first and bring it to Twitch. Grow a YouTube channel, grow an Instagram following, bring them to your Twitch because they're not going to find it. They're not going to, there's a very small group of people that will take the time to scroll through a page of 1 million Fortnite streamers and find you out of needle in a haystack, basically. So
yeah, I think that, to attach onto that, I think that helped me a lot. Like I said, I started out on YouTube, so everyone already knew who I was when I started streaming because on YouTube I did like best decks or like, I did my big thing that everyone knew me for was I was a spoiler guy. There was a new cards because what Duelists would do is they would spoil cards like 4 cards a day until the set released, and then they released the full set. So if you want to know the new cards, you would drop out my YouTube, check out my newest video. So I mean, like I had an advantage going into Twitch because people already knew me from YouTube. So when I started, and this is a big one as well, use social media to your advantage. You know, when I started Reddit, you know, I was cool with the mods. They allowed me to post my content on there, which a lot of Reddit places don't. But I was cool with the mods. I wasn't spamming it. I'd put up my video once, and that's it. And you know, same thing with Discord. Use your social media to your advantage, and you know that helps a lot. But don't do follow for follow.
Never do follow for follow.
Can we hop on that? Can we just hop on that?
Yeah. Let's talk about.
Yeah. Go ahead.
what we also see with a lot of Twitch streamers who apply to S1, I know Mace has seen it, Frozie's starting to see it a lot, it's not about your how many followers you have on Twitch that we go off of. We go off of your actual content. When people apply to us, people don't understand that we do get a lot of applications. We deny a lot of them because a lot of them are either new streamers, which we do support new streamers, but we want people who kind of know what they're doing. We don't want people to quit in a week because that's how streaming goes, unfortunately. Sometimes people are like, oh, I want to do this. I'm a content creator, and they streamed once for 10 minutes, you know? So really, we want to watch people who are entertaining. If I go to your channel, you get 700 views or 700 followers, but you're sitting there doing like this the whole way. Not talking, not interactive. You're just... That tells me that all your 700 people and you have 0 people talking in chat means your followers are just you spamming follow for follow, follow for follow. That's not how you grow, because you don't want I don't want other streamers to follow me. I appreciate it, but I'm not going to do a follow for follow. I want you to follow me because you like my content. That means you're going to come back and talk on my content. If you like today, I started streaming for the first time in probably 4 months. 12 viewers, people were active, people were talking in chat. It was nice. And that's because I have actual people who like my content. I don't want to do follow for follow because unfortunately, those people aren't going to come check out your content. They're just not. All they're there for is that little growth, that little ding, 1 follower. That's it. Don't do follow for follow. Grow your own channel, be entertaining, and get your own followers, get your own fans.
I agree the same way, because I've done this before. In the very beginning of my YouTube, I did sub for sub. I think it was before it hit 100, and that's when I was starting out on YouTube. I didn't know if it was a bad or a good thing, and then when I start growing, I see that it's really not worth it. Really, you get inactive subs, they won't even come by at least to watch one video, not even a like. They won't even comment or they won't even come through at all. They won't even touch it. They just sub for you to sub to them. That's it. And most of the time they sub to you, and then like probably like 3 days later they pay attention, they sub to you just to get your sub. It's not worth it, really.
And it's like, where does it take you? Like, what is 1 follower that's never going to check out your content get you? Say, for example, that you follow for followed and you got 1.5 million followers on your Twitch, but not one of them wants to watch your content because why would they? They just follow for followed you. Say you're the biggest follow for follow streamer in the world. No one watches your content. On paper, you're an insanely big streamer. You're huge. You got a huge following. You should be making a living off of streaming, but no one watches your stream. You don't get any donos, you don't get any subs. Like, you get nothing out of it. It benefits you nothing but a number on top of your screen, when you could be building an audience of people that want to watch what you have, that connect with you more than just I follow you, I'm a number on your channel. Like, I don't know. It doesn't correlate to growth. It correlates to numerical growth, but not real growth. Like, not real substantial.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they will unfollow. Give it a little bit, they'll unfollow. Yeah. They always do.
Always do.
They always do. Last thing I want to say on this topic.
Yeah, go ahead.
You muted yourself.
I did? Fuck! Oh, we want friendly.
Yeah, now we're gonna have to dolphin sound that out, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, gosh.
God, you're gonna make me edit this? I can't just upload it in its entirety?
Hey, Jules.
No, it's fine.
Hi, how's the edit? Hey, Jules. Hi, how's the edit? Oh, okay. The last thing I want to say is, do not do follow for follow.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mace.
Well, that hype
there
for
we
enough.
go. We fixed it.
All right, that was worth it. That was worth all of the wait.
That was worth
every single second. So where are we going? Where are we? Where is our next move? Where is our next step? Where are we trying to take this? Where are we trying to take square one? Past where we are right now.
Past where we are now. So we kind of struggled in the past few years between people not being active, some bad management choices. You know, I can only do so much, and unfortunately, I can't do everything. I can't recruit everyone. I can't. I can't. Well, that made my life easy. Now I don't gotta fire them. I'm just
Got
kidding.
him.
Maze has been great. Maze has been great. Come back, buddy. What you doing? Get back here.
What are you doing?
Man,
Got bored.
sit down. Anyway, right now we have, I'm going to say probably I feel very confident with our management now. I feel like between the 5 people we have in management now, we've gotten a lot done. And unfortunately, it hasn't been like that in the past. You know, we're trying to get everyone to be active, but it's kind of hard. I can't force people to get online and watch your stream. And I know, you know, what we want to do is we want to bring out the most content we can to the Square One audience. We want to bring that out to everyone in the org. We want to support you the best we can by uploading content with you on it. We want to help you grow on your streams. We want to just really support the community that supports us the best we can. That's what we want to do. You know, we want to. Right now, we want to be your help, your stepping stone to get to those bigger orgs that you want to get to. We understand we're not the biggest, you know. If you want to shoot for phase, man. I'll help you. You know, that's what we want to do. We want to support you getting there. And on the way, we want to grow ourselves, obviously. We want to get bigger. In the next year, we want to grow our YouTube channel to bam. We want to start doing more things like this on Twitch where we do things live for you know, everyone in the org to where people can come by, say hi, say what's up. These are the types of things we want to do. More community-friendly events, more content, things like that. We just want to push it out and try to help people the best we can. And you know, in the next year, hopefully, we'll be 1,000 subs higher or something like that. And then we can really start pushing out and start helping these streamers that don't have a following, that when we put their content on our channel, they're like, everyone's like, damn, I didn't know that guy was that good at Fortnite. And then boom, he's getting follows, and real followers, you know, not some follow for follow stuff. So that's where we want to be, and that's how we want to help people in the next year.
So is right now what you see for this org moving forward, are you thinking, hey, I want to be a content org, like 100%? Are you thinking
100%.
about opening up other opportunities, like pushing comp teams and branching out into other things, or you just want to make content? Let's be an entertainer org.
I think that when we tried to do multiple things in the past, it hurt. People were focused on too many things. We had management that wasn't really helping too much. Sorry, I got a text message. We had management that wasn't really helping too much. We had a lot going on, and we didn't really had too many dedicated people. There's too many people doing things. Sorry, girlfriend. It's okay. But we didn't have too many people doing things. So when we spread out to us doing snipers, content, comp, it's a lot of moving wheels on the inside that people don't see. Mm-hmm. So I think with us just focusing on one thing and one thing hard, we can really push our content out. Look what we've done. We've already pushed out, like, you know, we're already making a few videos. We're doing the podcast. We're doing a lot more, just focusing solely on content. And that's what we want to do, just solely focus on content. If an opportunity, you know, shows up and we get offered something great, yeah, we'll move into it if it's right for us. But as of right now, solely content. That's where we want to be. We want to push out content to help our streamers, to help our YouTubers just grow. And that's really it.
Yeah. So I know this will be a question that, like, you're gonna be like, it's already passed, like, why I worry about it? Is there one failure that happened in the org that you wished it worked out?
We've had some issues in the past where I believe we probably should have got rid of some members a little sooner than we did. I don't want to call out any names on here. I was about to say on stream, but on the podcast, I think there are situations in particular where I think we should have booted some people a little bit earlier than we did, and it caused some really internal issues and really messed up our management at a point. Mm-hmm. But other than that, you know, and you know, some of the COD teams, but like I said in the past, COD teams you can't really predict. People just leave. It's a waste of our time. It's a waste of our effort, and that kind of happens because I mean we were in talks with one team about contracts and stuff. So, I mean, and that didn't work out, and that's fine. It didn't work out. That worked out better for us because in the long run, we didn't waste our time. We didn't waste our money. So, but that's really it. Oh, and the big one, I'm sorry, I missed a huge big one, is apparel. Oh, man, we went with a really bad apparel company the first time. The apparel company that we currently have, we are going to. I'm going to let everyone know here on the podcast. We're going to be getting rid of them. Please don't order from them. I ordered from them. I never got my order. I was waiting for a year for a refund. Thanks to Brady, he was asserting himself into the conversation on the team Twitter, and I got my refund. But we're going to be switching over. We're looking at apparel brands now. Me and Jordan, one of the other owners, we're looking at apparel brands, and we're going to move into something here soon. We don't want to rush into it. We're not looking at any of these BS Twitter people. We're looking at actual companies that are really good. We got a few in mind. One of the big ones we're looking at right now is Sector 6. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them. They're big. They do some great stuff. So that's a little tease that you guys could see in the future, some new apparel. But yeah, that's really it.
Really quick, let's take a second to acknowledge everybody in the chat. We're not ignoring chat. I know some of the S1 guys are in here. We appreciate you in here hanging out. Thank you guys for stopping in and watching the podcast. If you're watching it live on YouTube, every single time we record this podcast, we'll make a tweet. We'll announce it. We're going to do it live on Twitch every time if you want to watch it live before it goes up on YouTube. It'll be on the Square One channel, twitch.tv/Square1TV. Maze,
No,
what do
you
you
gotta
got for
say
me?
it so many times. You gotta say it so many times. Twitch.tv/Square1TV, Twitch.tv. I can't say it.
You're messing it up.
But
Twitch.tv/Square1TV. If you want to watch it live every time we do it, check it out there. Thank everyone in the chat. I'm checking out. I'm reading the chat. I'm reading it right now. I don't want to bombard what's going to go on YouTube with comments to the chat as well. So I'm trying to balance that. I'm learning. Tell me what you guys think about that, what your advice is towards that. But we'll get back to the podcast. I just wanted to say that.
Also, I would like to do this too. If you have any questions in chat during the podcast, let us know.
For Colazo.
For Colazo. Anything for Colazo. Anything for us, in matter of
or,
fact.
Yeah, whatever.
Anything. But yeah, we should pick up another question. Let me think.
Let me ask you this. What advice would you give to people looking to join the org? Because we get some ridiculous things in the DMs, yes, what we see when people reach out. What would you advise people that want to reach out and possibly join the org? What kind of things would you tell them to give them the best shot, regardless of who it is, who they're trying to join? If it's us, if it's someone else, somebody they're filling out an application for, if they want to join 100 Thieves and there's an application out for that, what kind of things should they be looking to do when they make an application as far as making themselves look the best as they can?
You should look at joining an org as trying to get a job. And unfortunately, we get some pretty young people who haven't had that experience in life. When you look to get a job, you want to be professional. You want to really put that. You don't want to just DM us, be like, "Yo, you recruiting?" And you want to send us a DM. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you do. Don't just tell me you're a competitive player. You're a competitive player for what? You play COD, Fortnite, Gears of War, Halo, Medal of Honor? I don't know. Tell me what you do. And your best chance, honestly, to join, send us an email. Our email's right on our Twitter. Send us an email with your stuff. Make it look professional. We'll review it and see if you're the type of people or type of person, to bring into the org. Because if you just DM us, be like, "Yo, looking for a youth team?" I'm gonna be like, "No," every time. Because one, we're not looking for a youth team. If we would post about it. And two, it just doesn't look professional. If you send me, "Hey, how are you? We're blah blah blah. We're a youth team. This is all 4 of our stuff. Here's our achievements as a team. Here's this and that." Then what? That might be one of those opportunities we were talking about earlier. Like, hey, we really want to focus on content, but if we get an opportunity maybe to pick up a youth team that's amazing, they have all these achievements, and we look into it and you really do, then hey, we might get to talking to them. But if you just DM me, "Yo, looking for this," it's going to be every time. Or most of the time, sometimes we'll get benefit of doubt. We'll still look at your content, but most of the time, when you just send me those unprofessional messages, we'll just skip you or we'll just delete them.
Yeah, he will. I just go as is regardless, honestly. But at times, I should force to where if you say, "Yo, what's up, blah, blah, blah," I'm just gonna delete him. But like you said, benefit of the doubt. I did the same thing when I was before I joined the org. I wasn't professional like this. I wasn't like, "Yo, be respectful, be professional of this, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm trying to join an org. I heard you recruiting, blah blah blah. No, it's not like that. Even if you like Colossus said, it's like applying for a job. You try to be professional, as not trying to curse.
And
So
that the biggest thing I notice is like and I've obviously like I've applied for orgs and I've been unprofessional. It's part of what it is. It's not that big. Like you don't go into trying to join like a smaller org and you're like, oh, I should have to be like some crazy professional. Like you don't go into it like that. But from the other side, it's just how it looks. Surprisingly, I honestly, when I started taking applications for Square One, I was like, I didn't expect to get that many. But I've had so many on my phone. It's like a huge shock to see how many people. And for me, when I'm trying to pick people, because we're not going to take everybody, obviously, it'd just be ridiculous. When I'm trying to pick people, the people who stand out are the people who are like, hey, my name is this, I'm looking for this is what I do, rather than somebody who's like, hey, I was supposed to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, I got to go through, I got to ask them, what are you here to talk to me about? What do you do? Do you stream on YouTube? Do you stream on Twitch? And like, I have to ask 1,000 more questions. And when I could just get to the, like message somebody, if you want to join something, be like, hey, my name, like, introduce yourself, sound professional, get to the point though. Like, don't like say what, like, tell me what you're looking for. If you come to me and say, hey, I was told to talk to you, and I got to go, what are you talking to me about? I'm talking to you about joining. What are you joining as? Are you trying to be a content creator? Are you trying to do this? When it could just all be addressed in a professional way in the beginning. Hey, my name's this. I'm a streamer. Here's my link so I don't have to go to your Twitter and find it when I'm trying to, like, scroll through your tweets till I find your most recent I'm going live tweet. Press on that. When I could just, hey, blah, blah, blah. Here's my stuff. Here's what I do. Check me out, please, if you have the time. Like, it's easy. I would rather look at somebody like that than somebody who's like, yo, what up? I'm the best player in the world. Please go to my bio when you can check out my stream there and have a, like, I don't know. It just.
Fun fact, this happened yesterday.
Don't call anybody out.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
We get a lot. We get about, I want to say, we get an average of one dumb message a day, maybe two. Like some real far out there questions.
And that's nothing against them. They just don't, like, it's hard to know coming in what is expected until you're in it already. But like this is just advice to those who want to. Like, think of that when you're making a message to reach out to somebody. Think of the way that you make yourself look when you're trying to get noticed, at no matter what you're doing. Like, give yourself a good self-image when you're trying to put yourself out there to other people. That's all I would say about it.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys a question? I got a question for you guys. I know I know you guys are interviewing me, but I want to ask you guys something. Well, I mean, really a message for Maze. I guess Maze, you've been in the org for what, like a year now, a year and a half?
What? Yeah.
What do you think about how things are running now compared to how they were running back then? I guess Frozy can answer that too. Frozy, you haven't been in the org as long as Maze, but I mean, Maze has seen us change management quite a few times, and you being in management now, you know, do you kind of understand the headache that comes with it? I mean, do you think the org's running a lot smoother than it was?
Before, compared to before, it's doing a lot better than when I recently joined. Not throwing any names or anything who previously was management. Like, respect to y'all, but like, compared to now, we're getting things done compared to what it was before. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have right now, actually. We're just doing more things than we've done before.
Awesome. I mean, I haven't been in long enough to talk on like how smooth it's running or anything at all, because like I said, I've been in the org for like a month, or like a couple months. But what it does seem like since the day I joined versus now is right now I think we're at a very good point as far as our members, how they're interacting, the kind of community we have. People are getting in the Discord every single night. We're playing games together. We're making a great community of, like, I feel like everybody in this community, we're all friends. Like, I know these people as if I knew them as my friends. I didn't know them when I came in, but it only took me a month to get there. As in, like, my first couple days, I was like, okay, there's a lot of people in here. There's a whole lot of streamers. I haven't talked to hardly any of them. I haven't seen hardly of any of them active, and we've gathered a group of people that are very active, very good, like, people to hang around. And that's the biggest thing I've noticed since joining is we're doing a better job at getting the right type of people in the org.
And like I feel that way because as sorry, Maze.
No, you can go. You can go.
As an owner, you know, you don't really want to see your baby go down, and that's how we kind of think of the org is our baby. That's why, you know, it's not going to go nowhere, and we tell people that all the time. We're not an org that's just going to give up and just be like, nope, not happening. So to hear that from you guys, to know that, hey, you know what, it's working out, it's doing a lot better. You know, it feels good. I'm sure Brady's listening to it right now, and I'm sure he feels the same way, that we're in a really good, stable spot. And I hope everyone in the org, you know, appreciates that. They don't, you know, in the past, I think 2-3 months, we had some concerns about support and stuff. Right when I think Rosie joined the team, maybe even a little bit before then.
Pick up from that. I was about to mention that. It's like when I joined, of course, all of us were active. We all was like, I'll get together. And then as soon as like about 2-3 months into the org, when I started originally to get a little small group, that's when it started going downhill for where inactivity and all that, people being in their own groups, yada yada. And then that's where, of course, like you said, inactivity. But now, of course, we're improving from that, from us noticing. I think we've started to notice this more since we had me as management as soon as possible, and some people who has mentioned in the past that, hey, these people are not active, yada yada yada, even though they're not in management. And that's where we notice, like, really, this needs to happen, and we're improving from that.
Yeah, and just so everyone listening, you know, when you guys say things like, you know, you guys aren't getting a lot of support and stuff like that, we talked about it a lot, and we went through some precautions, and we actually, I mean, if you guys go through the roster, it's a lot slimmer than what it used to be. I mean, we got rid of a lot of inactive people. You know,
yes,
and we got rid of a lot of inactive people that were inactive on everything. Just because they're not talking on Discord doesn't mean they're inactive. You know, sometimes I see these people on other people's streams. I see these people streaming themselves. They're still repping the org. You know, so you got to keep that in mind on the Discord. That just because they're not talking the Discord doesn't mean they're necessarily inactive. But we did. I mean, we got rid of a lot of people, and you know what? I feel like we kind of started over a little bit with our new management. We kind of got, you know, we got rid of all these people. We're at a good, stable spot. And I hope everyone's just enjoying their time now, you know? That's really it.
And, like, for me, it's good to see, it's good to be so far in an org that, like you were talking on earlier, you guys are not going anywhere. Like, before, I took a year break from joining any orgs for content, because a year ago, basically, I was in 2 orgs. I joined one. I really liked it. I was talking to a lot of people, and the owner, like 2 weeks in, said, I'm done. I don't have time for this. Org's done. See you guys later. Disbanded.
Yeah.
Joined another one. Same thing. 2 days later, done. I can't do it. Don't have time. Disbanding. So it's like, that was my perception of orgs for, like, if I join a small org, are they going to disband next week? If I, like...
Yeah, it's, I don't think people really understand how stressful it is. We had a guy a while back who was with us for a while. He left, joined. Then he made his own org, and they were only like an org for like a week, and then they disbanded. And then, I mean, people don't really understand. There's a lot that goes into it. It's not just, oh, let me make a Twitter account and post that we're recruiting. You got to have, like... You have to have time to do it. You know, you got to keep this Twitter active. You got to find good management. You got to find people who want to put out content. You got to, you know, you actually have to put a little bit of money into it. It's not a free thing. You know, we pay all our graphic designers. We pay all our editors. We don't expect anyone to work for free. I never would expect anyone to work for free. You know, we got probably one of the best designers I've ever seen ever. And you know, and she's been with us a long time. I mean, she puts out, nothing she put out has ever disappointed me. She makes just bomb shit. And then recently we picked up Jules, who made this sick ass, like, amazing Apex montage. I mean, it was fire. And then we got the new guy, Archetype. He's doing his first project for us. But all these guys are paid, you know. All these guys are paid for their work, as I expect them to be. So that's something you also have to do as an org owner. And then you had to have some kind of you had to have some kind of financial help doing it. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Even starting an org's expensive. You got to make your brand, which is the hardest thing to do. You got to find a brand that sticks out. You got to make sure that your brand's going to be different from everyone else. You got to make sure that your brand is just amazing. And then you got to, making a brand itself is, like I said, it's expensive. We went through High Branding, which I'll let everyone know who they are. High Branding, check them out on Twitter. They're amazing. They did all their stuff. It's custom made. It's not you don't want to buy any mascot logo, pre-made mascot logos. That shit looks like trash. Make your own stuff.
Oof. That hurt.
It does.
I have a mascot
I'm not talking
logo.
about every mascot logo. I'm talking about those pre-made mascot logos that look generic to every other pre-made mascot logo. Get yourself something custom. And when we first made the org, fun fact is I wanted to use the mascot logo. I thought they were cool. I still think they're cool. I didn't want to use a generic one. I wanted to, I had my own ideas that I wanted to do, but Brady and Drix kind of talked me out of it. Like, hey man, you know what? Let's get a bomb letter logo instead.
Hogs.
And here we are today with the bomb ass S1 logo. We got the coolest blue purple colors on there. Like no one would expect that color scheme, and it's sexy, man.
Hogs is feeling personally attacked that you attacked his mascot logo.
But the thing with Hogs is his logo's customized. It makes sense with them. It's not just like a simple skull logo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like cool mascot logos. Like fucking Lightning Panda's got a dope ass logo. Like there's just some cool logos out there.
There's a time and a place for it though.
There's a time and a place for it.
Square One, there's not a mascot that you like. If you went to Square One Twitter and you saw a picture of a dinosaur,
I want a dragon,
like a dragon, but like that's cool, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the name. Whereas Lightning Pandas, it's in the name. It's a panda with some lightning on it.
That's why Gaming Hogs goes with him, and his mascot logo is badass. So that's pretty cool. One of the other guys who just joined us, by the way, shout out to him. I think his name was Dog Park. Then he changed it to something with an M, and now he changed it again.
Mouse.
He changed it again to
Mouse.
I just saw it. I was just checking it out today.
Is my mic muted? I say mouse like 15 times.
No, but it's not mouse now. He changed it again.
Not mouse. He changed it again.
Oh, it's not?
No,
it's something ninja. Something related to ninja.
No, it's something Nade.
Okay.
Oh, I can't remember. But I saw it today. He did a full revamp, and it's fire, and it makes sense. He didn't go with the mascot logo. He went with kind of more letters and stuff, and it looks sexy. But that makes sense. But anyway, back to the whole conversation. It takes a lot to run an org. You have to find the right people. You have to have a lot of time for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, our org's been strong for 3 years, and we've been through the dump, man. We were at the bottom, and we're slowly working our way back up, and we're going to stay up because we got great management. We got a great group of streamers, and people just don't expect that when they start org. They think it's just going to be amazing, and you're going to be optic and phase right in the beginning. It's not. It's a lot of work.
It's a grind. All right. I think we should probably just wrap it up right around there.
Yeah, man.
We've done a pretty good one.
Like
58 minutes.
58 hours, not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad.
I think for the first one, I think we did a pretty good job. Pretty successful podcast. So let's wrap it up. Give me a shameless plug to all your socials. Let's do that.
Okay.
I mean, everyone already knows Colazo, obviously, but plug yourself.
All right, man. You can check me out on all social media: Twitch, S1 Colazo, YouTube, S1 Colazo, Twitter, S1 Colazo. If you really need to get a hold of me for team stuff, I also have the team Twitter. So I'm the one who uses me, Maze. There's a few of us that have it. Brady. We all have the team Twitter. If you need to get a hold of me on that, you can get a hold of me on that as well. I'll respond to it. But yeah, Discord. If you're in our Discord, S1 Colazo on there. I don't know the numbers. Don't ask. But yeah, basically that's it.
All right. So I think we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap up the first episode of Square One Podcast. This will be going live on the YouTube channel. When do you guys think? Tomorrow?
Hopefully.
This weekend at the latest?
This weekend. Hopefully this weekend.
I got can I plug one more thing?
Yep.
Sure.
For our Twitch stuff, all our content that we want to do, like our stream touches and stuff, we're gonna be doing this for everything, not just the podcast. So make sure you guys come by. You guys, when we're gonna announce it on the Discord, hey, and on the Twitter, Streamtage, drop it on Twitch tonight at this time, and then we're gonna upload it to YouTube. That goes for all our content. Unless it's like a surprise, then it will just go right to YouTube. Other than that, it's always going to be on Twitch. Make sure it's always going to be on the team channel.
And actually, let me ask you one more question. Any other like projects coming out other than the Stream Taj that you want to say?
We got some stuff in the works. That's a long conversation. We got some stuff in the works. We'll see.
All right. Well, we'll call it there. I think we're gonna do this once a month. I think we're gonna do this probably once a month. Yeah. We're gonna work on the next guest, Hogs. We don't know the next guest yet, but it's coming. We're gonna work on it. Me and Maze are gonna discuss it. We're gonna make it a good one. We're gonna try to work on a couple other things too for the next one. Maybe up the quality of it a little bit. See what we can work on. Make it a little bit better.
Bros, do you have the layout on right now? Layout.
Yes. Shout out to
Raven for doing all this layout.
Looks insane. Thank you, Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good there. Thank you, Colazo, for coming on. Appreciate you, man. If you're checking this out on YouTube, make sure to let us know what you think of the first podcast. Check us out on the team Twitter as well as the team Twitch for updates on content. And thank you guys for watching it.
See you later.
Later.